Hey there, friends. Meteorologist Shane Smith here with you. It is Sunday, September 28th, 2025. And by the time you're watching this, it's likely going to be Monday, the 29th. We have had a very, very nice weekend of weather across central and eastern Kentucky, and that trend's going to continue over the next couple of days. Let's take a look at what's going on right now on Radar Omega. And you can see the big blue H is in control, high pressure dominating our weather. And that's about it. It has been dry. It has been warm. It has been pleasant. Humidity has not been too bad. The forecast at the weather at the Chicken Festival was fantastic. And the forecast the next couple of days, not really too active. Tomorrow morning we start off into the upper 50s, a little patchy, dense valley fog out there, much like we saw this morning. We top it out in the low 80s, probably around 82 or 83, under a mostly sunny sky with just some passing clouds as that high pressure continues to just flex and control our weather. And speaking of flexing, since we last had a long form video, Humberto flexing went Cat 5 on us and is still a strong Category 4 hurricane right now with maximum sustained winds currently at 145 miles per hour, about 13 miles short of Cat 5 status. But this buzzsaw of a hurricane is actually impacting our other tropical storm, Imelda. And what's going to happen is, as Humberto continues to move off to the north and eventually the northeast, and because that storm is so strong, it is actually going to wrap Imelda back up and into it. It's not going to eat it or absorb it. It's not going to become like a mega hurricane or anything, but it's going to steer the atmosphere around Humberto and pull Imelda back off to the east. You can remember when we were talking about this storm on Friday, it looked like Imelda was going to make a beeline for the Grand Strand of South Carolina. Myrtle Beach, Andrew Dockery land down there. Well, with Humberto strengthening, the steering currents have shifted, and as that storm pulls away, it's going to pull Imelda with it. So instead of making a beeline for the Carolinas, it's going to head up into the Atlantic, slam the brakes, and then fly east and northeast. A-okay in my book, but that does have implications for our forecast here in the Bluegrass. Let's see how it plays out. First, taking a look at the HRRR model. We put it into motion, and not a whole lot going on the next 48 hours. You know, the HRRR, good short-range model. See what's going to happen in the next 2 days? Well, not much. There is a ever so slight chance of a shower Tuesday, as a little moisture from Imelda could spill its way over the mountains from Virginia into eastern Kentucky. I'm talking down from Pikeville down to Whitesburg towards Middlesboro, right along the Virginia border. Not expecting much of anything from that. You can see running through a second time on the loop, there's a few of those showers coming off of Imelda. They're not really making it to Kentucky, friends. And even when they do hit the mountains, they come across on the other side, get some downsloping. That's going to help stabilize the atmosphere and kind of shut down their energy. So here is the big picture. Here's the European model, and I want to show you how those storms interact. You can see Humberto going off the coast. Imelda gets pulled with it. A few showers streaming off Imelda into the Carolinas. They get some much-needed rain to help with their drought down there. And then Humberto just kind of pulls on little sis's collar and says, come on, we're getting out of here. And they head back out to sea. And that leaves us with a big ridge of high pressure over the northeast. As long as that high is flexing and we got an easterly wind, we really don't have much to talk about weather-wise besides comfortable temperatures, dry conditions, and we really don't see a break in the pattern through the weekend. That high is just going to continue to flex until we get a southerly flow or a cold front or something in here. The weather is actually looking very tame. In fact, here's like the next 6 days of rain from the European forecast model. And besides some of those showers there along the Kentucky-Virginia border, through portions of Letcher and Pike and Harlan and Bell County, southern Perry County, southern Knott County, we may not see a lot of rain at all in the next week, friends. So the pattern definitely swinging back towards the dry side of things. Here's a look at the 10-day temperature outlook from the GFS model, and we're running above average. We should be mid-70s this time of year now. As we're making that transition into October, fall should be kicking in. Some are saying, hold my apple juice. I'm not done just yet. So low 80s, mid 50s. So lows about where they should be. Those highs still a little above average. The only real big chance of rain right now and brief cool down, at least according to the GFS model, may be a cold front a week from Monday. We'll have to wait and see. So that's what we've got right now. It is a quiet weather pattern. I'm going to enjoy it. This is typically our quiet time of year. Meteorological fall is our driest season. We'll have to wait and see how things play out for the entire month of October, though. I don't think it's going to be a completely dry month. I think we start dry. I think things may flip the script a little bit as we get towards the second half of the month. But we'll talk about that in more detail later. Okay, that's all I've got for tonight, friends. Hope you've had a great weekend. Hope your work week starts off on a good note. We'll have some short weather updates likely early in the week, just some quick videos with kind of the day ahead forecast. It's probably going to be a couple of days before we do a big comprehensive update again, unless something changes pretty drastically. So until next time, friends, I'm meteorologist Shane Smith. If you enjoy the weather content we provide here in the Cumberland Valley and across central and eastern Kentucky, be sure to hit that like or subscribe button. It really helps us out. And share my forecast out. Let folks know what we got going on weather-wise. Until next time, take care, stay weather aware. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.